Whether you're in need of a midnight snack or a morning pick-me-up, the delicious hazelnut spread is always welcome. How many of you have this chocolate heaven for breakfast on the regular? In fact, many of you guys' morning breakfast won't be complete without a jar of Nutella. But did you know that the Nutella brand was created by a pastry maker in place of chocolate because of the cocoa shortage in World War II? If you didn't know that before, then stick right to the video, as in today's video, we're going to discuss the story of the Nutella brand and its founder, Ferrero. How did it spread from a simple pastry shop across the world? So, make sure to watch the video until the end, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any future videos we upload. Getting back to the video, the story of Nutella begins in earnest in the early aftermath of World War II. World War II restrictions led to a severe shortage of cocoa, which meant that chocolate was also scarce. So, Mr. Ferrero used hazelnuts, which are plentiful in the Piedmont region of Italy, which is in the northwestern part of the country. This initial version was referred to as pasta gianduja. Gianduja was a chocolate spread sweetened with hazelnut paste, which made up about 30% of the total amount. The history of gianduja chocolate may be traced back to the same place as that of Nutella. Because of the blockade that the British placed in 1946 in Turin, Pietro Ferrero decided to combine the small amount of chocolate he had with hazelnuts to make it last longer. In this way, the pasta gianduja sold by Ferrero was prepared in loaves and then individually wrapped in tinfoil so that it could be cut and used as a filling for sandwiches that mothers would make for their children. However, many kids will simply toss aside the bread and simply consume the spaghetti gianduja. Mr. Ferrero modified the product so that it could be spread on bread by transforming it into a paste that was packaged in a jar. After that, people started referring to it as Super Crema Gianduja. Since it was a far more affordable method for people to consume something that tasted so excellent, the poor Italian population of the time welcomed the spreadable version of Nutella with open arms. Nutella was the kind of product that anybody and everybody could appreciate. Because of the product's rising popularity, Italian food stores began offering a service that was dubbed the smearing. Children might bring a piece of bread with them to the grocery shop near their home and ask for a smear of Super Crema Gianduja. In 1964, Ferrero's son, Michel Ferrero, reformulated Super Crema with the objective of expanding its market presence in other countries. Its makeup was altered, and the new product was given the name Nutella. Under the direction of Michel Ferrero, Pietro Ferrero's son, the family firm expanded its humble beginnings as a local bakery to become a multinational corporation. In 1964, Michel was the one who reintroduced the world to his father's recipe by rebranding it as Nutella. In 1997, Michel Ferrero handed the reins of the family firm to his sons Pietro and Giovanni. The brothers came up with a shrewd plan to develop the business, and they came up with fresh divisions that were branded with the Ferrero name. In addition to this, they implemented aggressive marketing methods in order to expand the firm internationally. As an umbrella business, Ferrero also saw a significant increase in its customer base as a result of the formulation of various new brands, which allowed them to diversify to any extent they desired. Ferrero became a well-known brand in many countries across Europe, Asia, South America, and Australia as a direct result of the implementation of this approach, which yielded rapid and consistent results. Giovanni Ferrero and his brother Pietro had shared equally in the company's financial success from the very beginning when they first opened their doors for business. Despite the fact that Pietro was the oldest of the two, he and Giovanni both held the position of chief executive officer of the business. Giovanni, on the other hand, was the creative genius behind it all. While Giovanni's elder brother was in charge of the technical aspects of the business, such as tracking the logistics and sales of items, Giovanni's role was to come up with new ideas. However, tragedy struck in 2011 when Pietro was involved in a bicycle accident that resulted in his untimely death. According to the official reports, he had a heart attack when he was riding in South Africa, and that was the cause of his death. As a direct consequence of this, Giovanni had no choice but to stand up and accept his position as the single leader of the organization. While this was going on, his father, Michel Ferrero, assumed the role of executive chairman of the company. 4 years after the passing of his brother, Giovanni also lost his beloved father. Because of this, he was forced to take on the additional responsibilities of executive chairman as well. In 2017, he made the decision to promote Lapo Civiletti to the position of CEO of Ferrero, which allowed him to alleviate some of the pressures associated with running the business. As a result of Giovanni's decision to go it alone and become a lone wolf, the company has been raking in record profits, which can be attributed to Giovanni's innovative business practices. This method has resulted in the creation of an empire. Last year, Ferrero reported sales of $12.5 billion worth of candies, and the company's eponymous owners are together believed to be worth $31 billion. Giovanni Ferrero alone is projected to be worth $21 billion, making him the 47th richest person on the planet and the richest person in Italy. It took them several generations to achieve prosperity. The company was established in 1946 by Giovanni's grandfather, Pietro, in war-torn Italy, and it developed over the course of decades through methodical expansion that involved very little debt and no acquisitions. In many respects, he is moving away from what propelled Ferrero's rise to prominence, which was a unique concentration on the company's homegrown brands. Instead, Giovanni is focusing on growing his business through acquisitions in order to increase his income. He is of the opinion that the existing product lines will not be sufficient in the long run to compete with larger competitors such as Mars, the maker of M&Ms and Snickers, 2017 confectionery sales, $23.7 billion, and Mondelez, which has Oreo and Toblerone and had sales of $23 billion in 2017, respectively. Therefore, he spent $170 million to acquire the well-known British chocolatier, Thornton's, in the year 2015. It was Ferrero's very first acquisition of a well-known brand. His most significant acquisition occurred in March, when he paid a total of $2.8 billion in cash to acquire Nestlé's confectionery business in the United States. Well-known brands in the United States, such as Butterfinger and Baby Ruth, are now under Giovanni's control. Currently, Ferrero manufactures around 365,000 metric tons of Nutella per year. The recipe for Nutella is still a well-guarded secret, which is undoubtedly one of the most crucial factors in the company's success. However, Nutella and the other goods that Ferrero manufactures are frequently replicated, and there is a great deal of competition in the food industry from both large international corporations and local businesses. The success of the corporation may also be attributed to the strength of its brands and its reputation. Michel Ferrero was known for providing his employees with great benefits and for giving back to the community. The Reputation Institute deemed Ferrero S.p.A. to be the most respectable business in the world. Last but not least, Ferrero today consistently occupies a position among the top firms in the world in terms of its reputation. Without a doubt, this is also attributable to the fact that the group has been involved in several social responsibility activities. These are summed up in Ferrero's CSR strategy, which is focused on the highest quality and innovation, transparent communication, the care for people who have made and are still making the group's history, the support of local communities, the promotion of active lifestyles among young people, as well as the company's strong engagement towards sustainable agricultural practices and the protection of the environment. That was all for today, guys. What do you think of Nutella, and what's your favorite brand? Tell us your views in the comments section. Also, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video, and if you are new to the channel, remember to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.